I want to tell you a story about these three little rocks. Pause, breathe, listen is a complex name for what I do. It comes from the acronym PBL, Pebble, which we have here, these three pebbles. And these three pebbles come from this story of David and Goliath. Maybe if you were involved in a Sunday school or summer camp or something, you might have heard this story. You know, the big guy. David was a Philistine warrior. He probably had the disease giantism, which means he could have been 8 feet tall. He threw a spear, the shaft of which was that thick. So that gives you some indication of his body size. Now, in the old days, the army of one group would say to the army of another group, rather than all of us fighting and killing each other, let's bring our best warriors out to the battlefield and they'll fight it out, and whoever wins this particular skirmish. So the Philistines said to the Hebrew army, send your biggest guy out against Goliath. And there's Goliath, just about as big as me. And none of the Hebrew soldiers wanted to go up against him. So there's this little David. He works on a farm as a shepherd. He's about 16 years old. Probably a smaller build than me, not a very big guy. Handsome, we're told. And he comes to the king and he says, look, I'll go fight Goliath. And the king says, well, there isn't anybody else, I guess. So they send him to the armory. He's so small, none of the armor fits him. So he just goes out against Goliath. Now, he had what he had with him. And in those days, in replacement for a .22 rifle on your saddle pack, these particular farmers had a sling. It was a piece of leather about that long, folded in half, and there was a little pouch on the end. And you would take a pebble, and you'd put it in that pouch, and you'd wing it around, and you'd get it going really fast and let go of one end of it. The velocity has been tested in modern day at about the same velocity as a .22 shell. And crazy accurate these guys were with these. So little David picks up 3 stones, sticks them in his pocket, walks up to the battlefield. Goliath says, what, you're sending out your pet dog? Fine, whatever. I can kill him just as easy as your best warrior. Puts a stone in his sling, starts it going, lets it go, and beans Goliath right in the forehead just below his helmet and crushes his skull, and he drops dead. And I tell you this because what we're going to do today is all about using the simple tools at your disposal. I'm not asking you to go and start some complex regimen of diet or exercise or psychological things. Everything you need to be well, you have right around you. David just used what he knew to topple the giants in his life. And likewise, I'm inviting you to examine the giants that you face and the tools you have right now.